right, Care I Don't Care. Let's get into that. Jada Kingdom parts from record label Care I Don't Care. The reports it was put out last week, Thursday.
Surprise.
I saw this basically after we done the shoot. Quick fix if we did see it before we had included in a quick fix and all these things. But yeah, I saw it and saw people's reactions to it, and it was rather interesting to see what people had to say about it. Before we get into that though, Kira don't care. Ari is looking away. Javi.
I kind of care because I'm interested to know like the details about it.
Mm-hmm.
I never read the full article.
Okay, so here are the details according to Jada Kingdom. I'm fully independent artist, no longer with a label. She told Teen Vogue, blah blah blah. I felt so out of place. Things weren't feeling right. I want to take some of my career and keep some of me for me. It's going to be hectic because there's no longer a machine behind me, but I always want to be me.
Oh God.
Ari, what's up? But you alright?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wonderful.
It's unfortunate that in my music journey, I've had people who cross me and made my business harder than what it should be. It feels like I'm yet to show my true potential. I'm a wonderful person.
She is.
I mean, when people say they're a wonderful person,
do you believe them?
you usually believe them. I usually buy. Like,
Don't believe me. See?
I'm a wonderful person.
I'm a nice person.
You're a nice person.
Yeah.
When you're ready.
So you kind of believe it.
Yeah.
Some extent.
Yeah, to some extent. Yeah. I was trying to find a way to bring all my inspiration. One thing and blah, 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 blah.
Oh.
So remember the big signing about 2 years ago. She was signed to Republic Records. Everybody was so excited.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody was
rooting for Jada. Good Jada.
And it kind of disappointed to see it end like this.
Yeah.
But people raise questions about this in particular. Is it that she's leaving, or was it that she was dropped from the label?
Interesting.
Because that's what some people had to say, that she got
dropped.
She got dropped from the label.
So why should I make it seem like she made the decision herself?
Because Javs, which artists have come out and say I got dropped from the label?
Just don't say nothing.
Yeah,
or
it make
mutual agreement.
That always works. That work in football too.
Yeah.
Like we partied.
Mutually agreed to part ways.
Yeah.
No, you got sacked. You got sacked. You got fired. Like everybody know that's coach. Yeah, you just get fired, coach. Yeah,
but it's weird because I was wondering, like watching her career, and we're waiting to see like the growth with her working with the label, and I haven't been really seeing that in terms of like the types of songs she put out. Like me never did really I get the Jada we know. So maybe I'm thinking that's what she mean, like she not get for be herself. Like she said she want for be, I want to be me. That's what she say. She want to feel like herself. So is it that when you get signed to a label, does it kind of stifle? This is a question. Does it kind of stifle your personality and I guess, I don't want to say a career, but your personality, so you don't really get to fully be yourself. You have to work with what they're saying and push out what they want. You ever think about that? You think it's like that?
Well, we brought up these things when we talked about Massacre signing.
Yeah.
People killed us for that. It's just the reality of things. These are things that some of the artists go through. Ari's determined to stay silent. She's determined.
Sarah over there looking at space like, interesting.
So I'll just read this comment. Left or dropped. This isn't about feelings. I work here, work. But due to her own laziness, literal inconsistent, the label have nothing to recoup. So anything she got from them will more likely be taken. She's certainly talented and could have been on top compared to all others with ease, and she knows it. Kiss me teeth, what a waste.
I kind of took an issue with that comment.
Kiss me teeth, they're stifling your... Let me just read one more. Kiss me teeth, they're stifling your career to balance things out. With your talent, you can go international easily, but all you and your team is thinking local dancehall, that no make no sense. You should be a pop star with that voice and vocals. Yeah, ramp with the road. A bit misguided, this one, but
what?
Okay. What are you saying about that first comment now? Right?
No, where he mentioned laziness. Like, I was like, don't really necessarily take it like that.
Oh, yeah,
you don't
you even know that.
So she lazy. That was the one thing. I'm like, you really don't know. Maybe she was recording constantly. Maybe it was. The reason why I don't want to say anything, but I think I'm going to have to pipe up now, is because I'm annoyed. Always just annoyed.
With
like,
what?
Like when we we took this job pretty much. So just to sitting, like to talk things from our perspective. And we don't come on here trying to be malicious. We don't come on here trying to be mean or whatever. We just talk the truth from our perspective. And, it's just annoying that the fans and sometimes the artists themselves, I'm sure of it, always want to make it seem as if you're hating and you're a hater and you're a hater. And Nara's like, and him always, I said, don't watch that and don't worry about that and whatever. And you're right, you shouldn't, like you really shouldn't. And especially if you know that you're not coming from a malicious place.
Yeah.
You just have to talk the truth from, you just talk it and whatever. But it's annoying because you genuinely root for these people. I love dancehall. I don't know how much more I could say. The reason why I really wanted to do this thing in the first place is because I have a genuine love for the genre. Like, at one point I was obsessed about it. My mom cussed me and said, you could have get 5 ones, 8 ones, but you're deep on this blasted YouTube. I listen to this blasted something.
I try to learn song.
And I learn your book. I love this genre, and I knew I couldn't sing. I never had any desire to sing, but the people, the players in it, I love them at one point. And it's just like, oh God, man, there are just so many things, and you're like, just do this, do this. Like it should be further. You should be doing better. Like you never want to do worse than the people before you.
Yeah,
and just like, Jada, this is like wasted potential. And the reason why I bring it, and I say it because she gets signed. She was with the man. She not with the man. She there with this young man. She do this. She
the proposal.
Done the proposal.
Yeah, I remember.
She argue with the girl about money and sell vagina and me never said this and it's just like,
girl, I didn't bring it up. I don't want to be casted as misogynist.
Right. You're right. And it's like and you don't want to bring it up, but then again, you've been signed to this label, and that is all I remember from your signing.
Yeah.
So then when you're gonna make it seem as if no, you walked away. Fine, okay, fine, you walked away, but
that's how you want to put it.
Don't piss on me and tell me it's raining. Yeah. I hate that shit. Because for people who are very much aware and who very much know and aren't caught up in this limelight or this celebrity dumb and what to know, everything in the feed and everything in the tell us we believe it is. It's just like it's a business. It's a fucking business. And nobody now, if you are beneficial to these people, America is built on capitalism. All them business about money. Them not give a fuck about people. Them business about money. And if you are making them money, you think them are gonna drop you? Rihanna make a album in 9 years. Rihanna make an album in 9 years, but Rihanna is still signed to Rock Nation. They not drop her. She can make all the friggin' Fenty beauty she want. But whenever she ready, she can go back to them and make her album.
So whenever she does, it's going to be hot.
Exactly. Exactly. So they will wait.
Black Panther, what they?
They will wait on her. Do Fenty beauty all you no problem. But whenever you're ready for make back your album, the studio there.
We're here for you.
We're ready for pay fee studio. The writer them, the producer them, the video there. We're ready. Don't like you do a couple things. She do something the other day. A good enough effort, and I think the Genius was a part of it. And shout out to Genius because he really did that.
Oh yes.
And I saw that, and I think it was an EP that she did. Like it was a 4-song thing. I remember that.
Kinda came and went.
But again, you have the backing of a major label. Them now waste money is not no friend and combo thing. Is a business. So if you not do your part. If you're not doing your part, don't piss on me and tell me to. And this is why I don't want talk because make it. Because when I did this, I say something like I say it's almost misogynistic because when my voice go up octave, I'm angry. But when Stephen A do it, it's entertaining.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, you need to know to do it in an entertaining
right.
way. You need a catchphrase.
God damn!
Need some work.
No, because and I'm not angry, and it's not angry, and I'm not even fucking saying I'm disappointed. It's no, because but it's just that I am passionate about it because I genuinely want to see people win, especially women in this business.
Yeah,
and it's not even more so. It's not more so them, but the genre in and of itself. And it's like. Come on, man. You had an opportunity. And the thing is, you know what's so funny? The difference between she and Shensia. Like this the person did I say she could have been a pop, don't focus on dancehall. And you're right, like I wasn't even thinking that she could be or she should be doing dancehall, but she could. I wasn't even thinking that.
Yeah,
like,
but she's so versatile.
Exactly.
Like,
so I know that is like once you make a good song, whether it is dancehall or pop or jazz or whatever it is that you choose to do, as long as it's a good song, a song that is worth promoting and getting behind, the label will get behind it, your fans will get behind it, and if it's good enough, everybody will get behind it. And it's just like, God. Just God.
It's all right. It's all right. They can't hurt you anymore. Right? You're good. Yeah, it's just disappointing, man. And as I say, it's nothing. When you do them things, I talk certain things, you don't mean to be malicious. I mean, I remember the last time we spoke about several signings and people deciding to leave and all those things. We kind of did that pretty tough, but like this, you can't do pretty tough. Nobody just gets up and leave a label. That's not how it goes, unless under extenuating circumstances. If you remember, for the people them who
aren't familiar,
if under familiar, Prince, when him did want to get out time in record deal, he couldn't. He couldn't just walk up and leave. I don't know who was Prince. Prince was who Michael Jackson saw as his greatest threat.
Yeah.
That's who Prince was. And Prince couldn't just get up and say, I want to leave this record deal. No. And that's why I'm decided to change his name to a symbol. People know that story. And people know about that, him change his name to a symbol.
Yeah, no.
About that was like, just change
I
him
know
to a
he
symbol.
changed his name to a symbol. I didn't know it was because he wanted to leave. I just thought he was just being this eccentric weirdo.
No,
but apparently
it was because of the
that.
wranglings that he had with the label. Even when him did perform one time and have the word slave pan him written pan him.
I remember that.
It was because of the record label wranglings at the time.
I didn't know.
Yeah, because I don't know if you know people, but some of these deals are them described as slavery.
Yeah, like they're very
as slavery.
Them give you money, but them take it back. But it's like everything them are recoup, and you're working, like the 5-6 labels, like 5-6 albums, and it's like it's grueling. It's like back to back, and the pressure.
So,
yeah.
This just leads one to think that the label never really seen nothing happening here in order to recoup nothing. So. It speaks to a possible dropping. It's hard to say it, and people say you're a hater, and but you say this. I know it's not that, but
Yeah.
when you understand how them thing at work, it's like
No,
you can't piss on me and tell me it's real.
Yeah.
I love Judge Judy, and she says all the time.
You can't just get up and leave a record deal. You cannot just do that.
And to not discredit her, because I can understand maybe she said she felt out of place, and I can appreciate that. Like, you're in a foreign country, you are in literally a foreign situation.
Yeah, like this new.
You know, like in dancehall, it's not a label thing, a producer and friend and, you know, vibe and whatever. Like the label is investing in you, investing in your studio time. What have you produced from your studio time? Like the little that I know from this business, I'm not saying I'm deep in it, but the little that I know is that the studio pays for everything and they expect to recoup everything. The label. So then pay for your studio time, then pay for them give you advance on the cars and the clothes and the house and whatever them do for you, because they're trying to make it comfortable for you to produce. Yeah. You know? And if you're not recouping, they're going to they see it as a loss on their thing and them write it off. You know? But it's like, to go back to what you said, like, I appreciate that she's saying that it was a foreign, like she felt out of place, you know, and she trying to be her and she trying to do that. But may I say, what have you produced that wasn't what you wanted to do? That's the thing. Like, you're saying you wasn't okay, fine. Is it that it's unreleased then? So then we can't talk from it then, because me I say, but the label would want for you to do stuff, like let it out. Yeah.
You want to release some songs that he had recorded and them that preset was the right time, it was the right song.
Exactly. So that's that side there, like, you know. Either way, you don't always get the party about it.
Because, but the thing is that, and that's what I say, like, what was it like? You said that the thing was so uncomfortable for you, fine. But what you produce? It's 2 years that you were in it.
All these contracts are set was not even by a yearly thing, it's by a deliverables album. So like you signed to a 3-album deal, and from you do the album, the 3-album, then the contract done. So it's either these are the ways you can get out of the contract. You do the things, you deliver the deliverables, albums, what is contracted on the contract, and you do this, and then done.
And then them renegotiate,
and say, cutting our losses, this now do nothing for we. It don't make no sense. Yeah. That's how people come out of contracts. You know what I mean? So whenever you see,
it's
like,
not just an easy walk away thing.
Yeah, whenever I see people try to like put it out there, I decided to leave. Just see that as a little red flag. It's a little red flag. So something is not as it appears.
And to be honest, in all fairness to them, you know, like, maybe they thought that it, like, your expectation versus the reality of the situation. So you expected them to be, maybe you expected certain things. Maybe they did expect certain things on their end from the label. But then that's what I'm saying, like, what was released for us, for like, to even say, it's like, you know, you enter into a situation, fine, it not work out the way that it don't work out, fine, but like, what were some of the things though that
you know what were some of the things are the things that you mentioned, the beefing on the internet, the talking about the price of your pussy, and you tweeting, and you know, saying up a tweet that and say, yo, the social media manager is not going to like this, but I don't care.
Her personal life was,
I mean, I'm sure there are
highlighted
people
more
at the
than
label,
her actual,
like, these things are going to rub the label heads.
But they don't even care about that. Them not care about that, as long as they deliver.
You know what I mean? For real.
Yeah.
So it's like, when them think they're outshining your deliverables.
But I'm like, because there's expectations on them to, like, because she said the machine, you're right, the machine
there
to
is
push
a machine
to push you as a single person, like your celebrity, push your music, your art, and get you out there. This is not how
labels are run in 2023.
No.
And I've said this before.
Because before there were earners.
They expect you
to come ready.
Them, you have the sauce. Well, just put money behind it.
Yeah, because in the
we want
the
money
90s,
from this.
in the like literally pre social media age. I can't even say the internet age, like social media age. Like A&Rs were a major thing. You know, A&Rs were there to develop an artist. Them go for them find the person who them say would have talent or there's something about that them say, all right, them can't sing, but them have a look about them. All right, we can work and create the pop princess, create the boy band, create the pop artist, the hip hop, whatever. Like they can create the artist, you know, and especially if you have the goal of becoming an artist and you have that talent in the beginning, they're like, okay, they work on it and say, well, then we'll trainer, dance choreography, you know, A&R, like interviews, development, them things that like you go through a whole training before you're presented to the public.
Yeah.
So it's like it really it's different before that now. Yeah.
In this day and age where people look for things do easier.
Yeah.
People look for the things easier, the easiest way. You not do that. You not develop the artist. No. They're looking to exploit the artist.
True.
For monetary gain.
Sad but true.
This is how it goes. Make us money.
Yeah.
We sign it because you seem like you have a little thing about you. See some money behind. We're investing in you. We expect to recoup.
But just check our YouTube channel and was there a body of work?
The last thing was the EP with the GP that I think is,
and she does have out the song right now with 9 that I like.
Yeah.
And people seem to like it and do well.
But I never see
But this is not
like an album.
This is not. It's like, God.
And as I say, you know, like it just may not work out, and maybe it was a mutual decision. Maybe it was.
Then that would have
but
been
the thing
headline, wouldn't it?
But the thing is, even if it was a mutual, like you really wanted to leave, and like, Republic is like, okay, fine, we'll make you leave. Maybe that's the case. And you know what? Maybe that's the case. Like, fuck off with us. Maybe that legit was the case. But the thing is why I'm like, you would have to, like, there would have been at least one album.
That's what I'm saying.
There would have
at least one
full album because you work with them. You work like you.
Should I work on one?
No, but you should have worked.
Yeah. It should have dropped already. We should have known the album.
Why you not? Because the thing is, again, you have this major deal, major record label behind you. Why not exploit them? Them have the money, them push you. There was the opportunity for you to like chart on Billboard or whatever. Like you have a big machine behind you that is literally pumping millions of money into you if you wanted to produce an album, a song, or whatever. This is the time. That was the time for you to really use it. So fine, you use it and you realize that it wasn't beneficial to you. Then I can understand, like, okay, maybe it was a mutual parting. I would more believe it then. Yeah. I'm having a hard time believing now that you left on your own accord. Yeah. That's just me. And again, I'm quick to say I could fuck off with us. We could be very much wrong because it is a difficult thing. Like you are dancehall, them more understand pop and hip hop. Them more understand American music. Dancehall is very a niche thing, and I've always said it. Like it seemed like foreign labels really don't know how to handle Caribbean acts, more so dancehall acts, / reggae acts. They really don't know, and maybe that's the disconnect there. And as she said, she was uncomfortable. She felt out of place, and them never know what to do with her. She never know what to do either. But the thing is, nobody was expecting her to go fully dancehall because she, one, never really set up herself like that. And two, because of her skill and vocal abilities, she could do pop, jazz, R&B. She could. She could. I could easily see her fitting on like a hip hop song and a chorus on it. Just a sing. Yeah. Have a one verse on a hip hop song. I fully could see that. But
same.
She did have the collaboration with John Legend, which I'm almost sure that the label set up.
I like that.
The thing is
song.
here is that it's the weight of expectation. The weight of expectation. When somebody is signed to a major label, there is a weight of expectation. And when now
big things are going on for the artist now.
It's just that we didn't set things this way. It's just how things are. It's how business is. And they made a big deal out of it. Remember the pictures?
I remember.
Remember the several pictures? It was a rollout. You know what I mean?
Usually is.
And to see come out to this and what we can only bring. People are going to say, but she have this and she do that. And people have to understand the weight of expectation is different when you're signed to a label. You see, like, I'm going to bring up the example of like movies and films. John Wick Chapter 4. They make the fourth one for about 100 million or so.
The first one was way smaller.
The first one was probably, they make it about
$3.30
about $3. About $3.
Yeah, it was very, hold on.
The first one they make about 20 odd million or 30 odd million, I'm not mistaken. But the fourth one, the most I'm putting at 100 million and it make 400 million global box office. Now, to some people who might hear that, in comparison, when them hear like what Marvel movies make on them thing them, $1 billion and the $2 billion Avengers make on them, John Wick don't make money.
Yeah.
But the thing is, them spend 100 million on it and make 400 million.
That's a profit.
You get a profit, yeah.
Exactly. They make basically 4 times what them putting on a movie. You look at the movie like a movie like The Flash now. Or just come out DC just put out. Big bang. You know how much money them putting on that movie though?
No clue.
300 million. You know how much money that movie has made after being 3 weeks in the theaters? $90 odd million. 90 million.
But I feel them for them I take it out. Them shouldn't release it. That's the film.
No, but them did hype it up. They must say, this is the greatest superhero movie ever
They
made.
had to because
Tom
of Ezra.
Cruise didn't even say, oh, this is the greatest superhero movie I've ever made.
That is why I go to 300 million and pay Tom Cruise 100 million to say that.
They put 100 million on Tom Cruise. They said that fuckery.
Say that
And the movie
shit.
come up now and people are saying, at best, it's alright. You know what I mean? It's not the greatest movie as they did that.
Yikes.
It's alright.
You spend
The
a bag
weight
of
of
money
expectation on movies like that, movie with 200 million
Yeah,
budget.
them said 20 to 30 million was the first John Wick
I
movie.
know I was in the right
And it
page.
made
Versus
86
some
million.
big success.
Yeah.
What the fucking horror house name again?
A24. Blumhouse.
Blumhouse and A24. They make them movies that for literally $5 and they'll make $76 million box office. That's a fucking great success.
Good.
I'm gonna bring up that for say this now. The weight of expectations. Flash, them expect to make at least 800 million to $1 billion. John Wick, from them make over 300 million, that's a goddamn success because of 2 different situations.
Yeah.
So when people bring it back to the Jada thing, people say, oh, but you have this and that. The weight of expectations are different. When you have Republic beside assigned to, it's different sauce.
Versus when you're an independent artist and you make the same thing. It's like, oh, good on you.
Yeah,
Good job.
good work. Nice.
Yeah.
Different. That's why when people see we talk about certain things and them say we kind of pre things on a certain scale, this is why. It different. And we expected more. We wanted more.
Yeah.
I just sad we see say it come out to this. I disagree with the people that might say it's a waste or she's a waste. No, she can very well bounce back from this. She
And the
has
thing
the
is,
talent.
and that is why I even said like maybe it truly was an untenable situation for her, an untenable working situation for her. Because, you know, again, you're around foreign people, you know, and in a foreign land, you're in a foreign situation that
And
you're
if
not.
you truly feel out of place, it just
Yeah.
not gonna work.
But then that's what I say, like, if you gave it the really good old college try, you did like you at least produce one album, you know, and there was like you working assiduously towards like at least that goal and using the machine power for your career in that way. I think I would be giving her much more grace, and I could be like, yeah, maybe she really did get fucking dropped. That is it. Because at least with Shensia,
did it miss me?
Jobs, how long have we been begging for one from her? I say, I want to hear this. I would love to hear an album.
5-track the pony.
My God, and then she give you this EP that just came and went, and it just alright. Was like, yo, we want more.
And that's why I bring up Shensia, because Shensia is signed to an label, right?
Yeah,
she is. And she gave us Alpha. So if she chose no, and if she come out and say, well, she leave, be like, all right, cool. I can understand.
I still would take it as bullshit. But
I wouldn't, because I'm like, you got an album. You saw where you were trying to push yourself in career.
Trying just never work.
It never worked out. Yeah. Clearly never worked out. And it's like, all right, cool. Cool.
Got it.
Different. I can appreciate that, because at least you gave it a college try. You do something. You push out like songs, like, and that's what I say. Even GPP it never even seemed like it was properly promoted too. You know, like
maybe there was a disconnect between she and I don't know.
They wanted the song to do the promo for itself.
I guess so. That's what it seemed like.
No, but you can't. You see, when Jada just come out, when she like Love Situation, it was an organic deal. Like that song grew organically.
Yeah.
So for her to think that all our other songs thereafter would have the same, no. And then that is why you have the album, the machine, because you want the machine to help spend the money on boosting the songs. It's so paying for ads on social media, you doing the promos, you doing, like, use the blog not just for we're using the blogs to here's an album, here's a song,
promote
to properly put this in perspective, and we can make this bit elastic, because we've been talking about this for quite some time.
Yeah.
Let's just read this excerpt from Dancehall Mag. Signed in 2021, the record deal in partnership with Money Well Spent, ironic, was described at the time as the biggest deal for a Caribbean female artist ever.
Wow.
Ever. Spearheaded by Kingdom's former boyfriend Verse Simmons, it positioned her on the same New York-based label as A-listers as Taylor Swift, Nicki Minaj, Ariana Grande. Who could even get a bomba collaboration out of none of the three?
You know, like you get a bus in a case, like you say, wait. I never remember the detail, the specific.
Yes. Remember, yes.
I never remember that.
All you had to do was just go up on them website and see who did there under the roster.
Oh, yes. No, it starts.
Jobs.
Makes sense.
I never know normal deals to sign.
Yeah.
So I say the weight of expectations is different for she.
Was hustling about to pray for my pussy nightly. Have you believe in the Almighty? You know my come have your cocky well a 90. See you walk on my you were fighting. My pussy wet that I'm mama. Can't prove the good old.
Me dear one them call family. Bro God me I tell you about loyalty. If you're not real stay far from me. Me fire shot for me real charging. Just make me dirt and see.
Different class, yeah. Lead you a lead and everything else after. Body well firm so you just can't falter. Hot like lava, all clean offer. Coconut water. Love the way you always hold the other. Caribbean queen, yes, and you murder.
Cause them no reach like bra for them. Talk again. Skull any call. When me do me call again. Crook on the line, big thief. Hack at them. Never do a crime, them only have chopper friend, you know. And if them this amount a gun before.